In 2017, Stepford County Railway got its first operator on the game, known then as Connect, later being rebranded as Stepford Connect in version 1.6. Towards the end of the same year, Waterline, a subsidiary of Connect, was introduced and started operating services. On the last day of 2018, Airlink started operating services in version 1.1, and Stepford Express started operating in version 1.4 towards the end of 2019. We haven't gained any new operators since, and there has been a lot of speculation over a fifth operator in the game, each with various levels of evidence supporting these claims. These operators are TramLink, Metro, High Speed, Freight, and the Nightly Sleeper. These 5 operators have been speculated for different amounts of time, with the first 3 on the list being a household name in terms of potential operators in Stepford County Railway due to leaked versions of the legacy game of Stepford County Railway. Freight was speculated purely from evidence within the current game, and the Nightly Sleeper was rumoured to come in a future update from a quote-unquote Trello board leak. Whether or not the last one was true, it wouldn't be fair to assume that it is correct due to the fact that nobody of a high position has commented on that, and yet the fact that leaking is both very scummy and very unreliable. Anyway, let's get on to the first operator, which is TramLink. TramLink was originally supposed to be a part of version 1.0, shown through this screenshot taken from a video by Bantech. The network would have featured low-floor trams shown in almost all tram networks to ever exist. Sorry Manchester. And would have stretched from Whitney Green to past Berrily, where the network went to was practically unknown to most people. But some assume that it would have went to Stepford Victoria and Whitefield Lido. Whilst the network itself was speculated for practically the entire time that SCR has been a game after Legacy Edition, the operator was officially confirmed to be cancelled on October the 17th, 2020 for reasons such as SCR being a regional network and having a tram network would not fit in, the difficulty of creating a new system for the trams for they are different to the heavy rail trains that operate on Stepford County Railway, the creation of a pointless road network to accompany the tram network would create additional work for the developers that wouldn't really be necessary, and other reasons that are unknown to the public. That basically sums up the current state of TramLink, a past project that wouldn't be practical in the modern game. Anything there is now scenery. The next one that we need to address is Metro, intended to be a rapid rail transit connecting the western portion of the SCR network. When it was not cancelled, it was supposed to call at 34 different stations. Metro is cancelled since a large portion of Metro stations have been transferred to Stepford Connect or removed entirely from the game. However, there is evidence supporting that it was a work in progress. If you head to the south of Stepford City, you'll notice this awfully out of place dual carriageway running through the city, before abruptly stopping after passing the Stepford Connect headquarters. This is there as it used to, or was intended to, be a part of the Stepford Loop, calling at stations such as University, Old Harrow, and St Helens Park. Whilst the directors never publicly commented on the state of the game, contributor and former OD of Stepford County Railway, MattyX2013, stated in a video of his that Metro is dead. That's it. There is no secret, there is no Metro, and there is no TramLink. Due to the fact that Matty works alongside the developers and directors of SCR frequently, it can be safe to assume that he is correct in the scenario. Alongside that, TJH44 privately said that Metro is dead, mostly consumed by Connect, with no need for 2 operators for essentially the same type, thus confirming that Metro will not become an operator of Stepford County Railway. High Speed is probably the most unknown operator that was intended to be a part of the game, and has the least amount of evidence backing up the operator's existence. All we know is that it would have called at Berrily Denton Road, shown by platforms on the lower part of the station. However, this was removed alongside the west of the station in version 1.4.5. Contributors to SCR haven't really talked about it either. A message from product director Mr. Transport Guy said on March 6, 2022 that, if High Speed was still being done, then it would be that, in response to a question about potential trains. Now, from my GCSE English experience, the use of the term if implies that the project is cancelled. However, former developer Overhead Wires stated that when the game opened, there was plans for an operator named High Speed, it was cancelled, and fast services are now express. This was an extract taken from the SCR Wikipedia, but the fact that he said this during the time that he was a PDV for the game, this is a probably good sign to show that High Speed is a dead operator. TJH44 again confirmed that High Speed is cancelled due to it being consumed by Express, and the fact that there is no need for two of the same thing within the game. Now, this is an unusual operator, since this was all known from speculation of the operator's existence by YouTubers, and the fact that nobody within the game's development or management team has even spoken of it. The main reason that this was speculated is due to shipping ports and empty spaces in the map, which is fairly weak evidence for its existence. I think that due to the fact that myself and other creators have commented on its existence, people for some reason think that we own the game, and that our sources are, like, the truth, which, that's not true. So I'd say that Freight would not come to SCR, since that someone by now would have made a statement confirming whether or not it existed, or there would be some form of Easter egg or sneak peek that could imply that it was coming to the game. Now, this is the most controversial one, as it contains a lot of leaked information as its evidence. Before I start this, I would like to say that I do not support or condone leaking information about anything, unless it's for, stuff like safeguarding purposes. Please do not take anything from the section that was taken from a leak as the truth, and I've said that the blurred parts of information that would be considered a leak, or would allow people to access the leaked information and ruin the reputation of the game further. Without further ado, let's jump into the deep end of the sleeper. On February the 18th, 2021, a Twitter account posted a massive leak, showing a quote-unquote private Trello board for the development of the game. Upon this, it seems that there were some extra details, showing a sleeper operator. Another leak, issued just a few days later, on the 23rd, showcased a screenshot from a spreadsheet, probably Google Forms or Excel, containing onboard announcement information, which contained the words Nightly Sleeper. However, I do not think that this operator will be in the game, purely because after more than a year, surely more evidence of the existence of this operator would have been revealed in some way, yet nothing has. Well, if those 5 operators were not in operation, would there be any potential for any new operators at all? Well, I asked community manager TJH44 the ever-burning question of will there be any future operators in SCR, and he responded with, there are no plans for any more operators into SCR. There isn't really a lot more to say than that. Sorry to break your hearts. Especially you, it's Mason J. Ugh. Anyway, this marks the end of this VexSG video. If you did end up enjoying it, then make sure to like and subscribe to get us to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Anyway, I'm Vex, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.